Westchester County, New York. I'm on a mission to talk to 914 people in the 914. Today I'm at the Peter Chima Community Center on Riverdale Avenue in Yonkers. I'm here to speak with the director for the Yonkers Office for the Aging, Kelly Chiarella, aka my mom. They do a lot of great work here for the seniors of Yonkers, so let's go inside and check out what they have going on. No need to be in the middle, just keep pushing forward. Grateful for all that's around here in the 914. Where in Westchester are you from, and what's your title?
We are our family. Thank you for making me number one.
It's my mom.
Well, we're from Yonkers. We are born and bred Yonkers. I've lived here all my life, never left. Our family comes from Yonkers since like 1897. Generations Yonkers.
I'm third generation Yonkers?
I don't know. It's like multiple generations of Yonkers. You should ask your grandmother.
Yeah. What is your official title?
City of Yonkers Department Office for the Aging Director.
I know the answer to this, but not everybody does. So where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up Moquette Row mostly. So we went from Orchard Street, which was over by Ashburton Avenue, to Moquette Row. It was a great neighborhood to grow up in. A lot of good people came from that neighborhood back in the day. I grew up here in the 70s and the 80s. Used to walk to school. We used to meet all the kids together in the neighborhood, and then we'd all walk to school together no matter what the weather. I know, uphill, backwards, the whole thing. But no school buses. We actually did have to walk all the way up those hills to go to Gorton Sacred Heart School 9.
Yonkers is the second hilliest city in the country, I believe. I don't know if that's a real fact. I've tried to look it up before.
It's the first, San Francisco.
I think San Francisco is officially the hilliest, but I think people just say Yonkers is the second. But yeah, walking to school. Now we have the buses. So
I know those hills well.
Yeah. So what does the Office of Aging handle in the city of Yonkers specifically?
We're a department that's mandated by state and federal grants. We provide services for seniors 60 years and over. The boring way to say it is we have case management, home health aides, transportation, supportive transportation, housing assistance, home delivered meals for community centers that we run with a nutrition program. Those are the grant funded programs, and in a nutshell, that's what we do. But that doesn't really tell a story, because honestly, every single component to what we do has a person, has people behind it.
Right.
So, if you're talking about transportation, you're talking about people that can't drive anymore, and so they rely on us to be able to get them out and keep them social and bring them to medicals, bring them to shopping, bring them here so that they could be social. If you're talking about home delivered meals, those are people that are homebound, that can't get out and cook for themselves or shop for themselves, or might have Alzheimer's and shouldn't be turning on a stove. Their caregivers maybe have moved someplace else and don't live locally. Those people that are homebound, it's a daily wellness check on them as well, to make sure that they are okay every day. And if they don't answer for their meal, that's a whole other step for us.
Right.
You can say it in a nutshell. These are the big things that we provide as services, but it's really about the people and about the stories, and every single story is different and unique, and it's about hand-holding these people so that they can age in place and stay independent and stay social.
It's obviously very important, and all these people rely on you guys. I've done those meal delivery runs for you in Yonkers, and you do realize that without those meal deliveries, those people would not eat. They wouldn't have a way to get lunch. They can't make it on their own. They can't get to it on their own, and a lot of them also can't afford it.
Correct.
The meals are completely free.
There's a suggested donation, but that's what it is. It's a suggested donation.
Right.
It's really just having a fourth partner. If the grant comes from the federal through the county with a city cash match, the client is also considered a partner in providing the service. But yes, it's an affordable way to get food every single day, and even with this donation, you're talking about $2 to $3 for an entire meal that gets delivered to their door. But a lot of people think, Office for the Aging, it's a nice place to work. She must play bingo, and she has exercise programs, and that's so sweet. But they don't realize that this book is filled with intakes of people that are homebound with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and COPD and cancer and financial issues and housing issues and all kinds of barriers for them to be able to live independently. And so we, client by client by client, assist those people to be able to stay independent. I'm going to court on Tuesday with someone that's going to be evicted. I went to somebody's house today that has some hearing issues, and she's not answering the phone, but I knew she needed help. We've been working with a lot of people with hoarding disorder. Has been a huge component of what we've been doing lately because we received a new grant. Every day, there's just more and more stories and more people to help. And we literally handhold them through their issues
I see, as someone from the outside, these people like genuinely need it. Even like you say, like, oh, it's cute, the bingo and stuff. Like when you come in here and it is lively, what coming here is like the thing they need. It's not even just like something that like they like, oh, it'd be nice if we could do that. It's like they need it, or like they would be home alone, depressed.
You're right. These people during COVID were home and isolated and are not tech savvy and couldn't get on the Zoom and the virtual programming, and they just sat and waited and kept calling us and calling us and calling us and saying, when can you open? And they were very, very, very depressed. And so they were very grateful when we opened back up. They rely on this every day.
What's your favorite part of what you do, and how do you feel that it impacts the seniors in Yonkers?
Seeing someone to a point where they are now living safely, getting to that final step, because the cases are all very, very detailed. You know, you have somebody that may need housing, and that could take months. They may need a home health aide, but they don't qualify for this program, so that can take months. During that time, you know, they've got health issues, they've got financial issues, and so piece by piece, you offer them this piece of support, and then the next, and then the next. I've got a woman right now, she's facing eviction, owes $20,000, she's bedbound, she only has a home health aide that comes in a couple of days a week. And so putting into place all of the things, you know, we had to do a pooled trust, and then we had to do a Medicaid application, then we had to try to save her from eviction, and we're still in the process of doing that. But once you get them to the safe place, and they're writing you a thank you note going, you saved my life, it's incredible. You know, working here with these women upstairs, we have 9 women. It's not me. We're all doing this. The case managers all have huge caseloads that independently, they're one by one each story. They're just taking them and seeing what they could do to support them. Can't save everybody, but we save a lot of people. We help a lot of people. That's the best part, is getting to the end. When you know you've helped somebody, they're safe, they're in a place that they can afford, they've got the support that they need, and then they know that they could call us.
Name 3 of your favorite spots in Westchester.
We love Goose Feather in Tarrytown.
What's the best dish at Goose Feather in Tarrytown?
The ribs, I think.
The ribs?
Yeah. We love Modern Barn.
Where's Modern Barn?
It's up in Armonk. I love living on Yonkers waterfront.
3 spots: Goose Feather, Modern Barn, and Yonkers Waterfront.
Yonkers waterfront.
Thanks. That's my mom. Office of Aging, City of Yonkers.
Number 1.